Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a never-ending loop, waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or a sign to take control of your life? The truth is, that perfect moment will never come. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle? A way to unlock your inner power, transform your mindset, and finally become the person you're destined to be. This is not just another motivational speech. This is the Stoic secret to unlock your power in 2025. Let's face it, the world we live in is chaotic, fast-paced, and full of distractions. Social media bombards us with images of success that feel unattainable. Stress and doubt creep in, whispering, "You're not ready, you're not good enough." But here's the kicker. The Stoics knew this struggle over 2,000 years ago, and they left us a roadmap to overcome it. In 2025, you don't need more resolutions. You don't need another list of goals that fizzle out by February. What you need is a new way to think, a new way to act. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or enduring life like a stone. It's about mastering your mind, embracing change, and stepping into your power, one deliberate action at a time. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoics, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This philosophy isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a tool you can use right now to reshape your life. Imagine walking into 2025 armed with clarity, discipline, and unshakable inner strength. Imagine letting go of self-doubt and excuses, finally taking action on the dreams you've been putting off. But let's pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what's the one thing holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself? How much longer will you wait to demand greatness from yourself? The answers lie not in the world around you, but within you. That's the beauty of Stoicism. It doesn't require perfect conditions, endless resources, or a stroke of luck. All it asks is that you start. In today's journey, we'll explore the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy that will guide you toward unlocking your potential. 1. How to stop wasting time and start taking action. Hint: it's simpler than you think. 2. Why embracing change is the key to personal growth, and how to do it with grace and courage. 3. The daily practices that successful men use to stay disciplined and focused, no matter the chaos around them. This isn't just about philosophy, it's about action. You'll learn how to integrate these lessons into your life starting today. Before we dive in, let me ask you, are you ready to take control of your future? If the answer is yes, hit that subscribe button right now. Join a growing community of modern Stoics who are transforming their lives, one deliberate choice at a time. Don't just watch this video, engage with it. Comment below. I'm ready to unlock my power in 2025. Take this first step as a commitment to yourself. 2025 is more than just another year. It's your opportunity to rewrite your story. But here's the thing, the world won't hand you success and circumstances won't magically improve. The Stoics believed that greatness isn't about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. You have a choice today. Will you continue to wait for the stars to align, or will you embrace the Stoic secret to living with purpose, strength, and clarity? Stay with me, because what comes next will challenge you, inspire you, and equip you with the tools you need to conquer 2025. This opening sets a powerful tone, grabs attention, and encourages interaction while seamlessly transitioning to the main content. It's optimized for SEO with keywords like Stoic Secret, Unlock Your Power, and 2025. Additionally, it engages the audience with questions, quotes, and calls to action, ensuring retention and interaction. Let me know how else I can refine it for you. Why are we stuck? Take a moment and reflect. You're a modern man carrying countless pressures, work, family, society. Each day feels like an endless battle, and you find yourself asking, what's the point of all this? Perhaps you're not alone in feeling this way. Imagine your day. You wake up early and dive straight into work with back-to-back meetings. By midday, you're overwhelmed with projects, fearing that if you don't meet the deadlines, you'll be left behind. In the evening, while trying to spend time with your family, your mind is still preoccupied with the unfinished tasks. And at night, when the world grows quiet, you're exhausted, but unable to stop replaying the things you didn't accomplish. You feel like you always have to show strength. Strength at work, strength for your family, but deep down, doubts creep in. You fear failure. You fear you're not good enough. These fears don't just hold you back, they paralyze you. You wait for the perfect moment to make a change, tomorrow when everything will magically fall into place, but have you realized that tomorrow never comes? You keep waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, but guess what? Life doesn't wait. Life doesn't pause for you to get ready. Time keeps moving, and before you know it, countless opportunities slip through your fingers because of hesitation. Remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Stoicism reminds us that true power doesn't come from what happens around us. It comes from how we respond. Why are you stuck? 1. Fear of failure. You're afraid that if you start, you'll fail. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the enemy. Failure is a teacher. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What holds you back isn't failure itself, but how you perceive it. 2. Societal pressure. Social media paints a picture of successful men, driving luxury cars, having stellar careers, and perfect families. This leaves you feeling like you're not enough, as though you're always competing with others. But remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Your life doesn't need to look like anyone else's. 3. Procrastination. You think you need more preparation, waiting for the perfect time. But Epictetus asks, how much longer are you going to wait to demand the best of yourself? How to break free from being stuck. Step 1. Act now. Stop waiting. Stop thinking you need the perfect plan. Just start with small, simple steps. Practical tip: write down one thing you want to change today and do it. It doesn't have to be grand. Just begin. Step 2. Accept what you can't control. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and responses. Step 3. Face failure. Head on. Instead of fearing failure, learn to embrace it as an opportunity to grow. Practical tip: when you fail, instead of blaming yourself, write down 3 lessons you've learned from the experience. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need all the answers. What you need is a commitment to act, no matter how small the action may seem. Imagine this: a man who faces his fears, steps out of his comfort zone, and keeps moving forward. That could be you. Stoicism isn't abstract theory. It's a practical tool you can apply in everyday life. It teaches us: failure doesn't define you. Comparison doesn't make you stronger. Procrastination won't bring you success. You might feel heavy, disappointed with yourself, but remember, this is just the beginning. One day, you'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up. While we are postponing, life speeds by. Seneca. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Right now, decide to break free from being stuck and act for yourself. Stay tuned, because the next section will be the first step to unleashing your potential in 2025. Unlocking the power within, the Stoic approach to transformation. It's time to stop waiting for a miracle, for the stars to align, or for someone to hand you the keys to success. You already hold the tools you need to transform your life. Everything you require, the courage, the discipline, the strength, is within you. The challenge? Learning how to use it. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in action and resilience, offers a roadmap for unlocking your potential. It's not about perfection or waiting for the perfect conditions. It's about showing up every day, making deliberate choices, and living with purpose. This is where your journey begins, not in the distant future, but here and now. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics believed that our thoughts and actions, not external circumstances, define who we are. Life will throw challenges, setbacks, and disappointments at you. But the Stoics remind us that you are not powerless in the face of these events. Your response is your power. Instead of looking outward for validation or solutions, Stoicism teaches us to turn inward. It challenges you to examine your mindset, habits, and daily decisions. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you taking action? Or are you letting life pass you by? 3 Stoic practices to unlock your potential. 1. Act immediately. The imperfect present is your launchpad. The Stoic perspective. One of the greatest pitfalls is procrastination. The idea that you need to wait for the perfect moment to begin. The Stoics, however, believe that the present, no matter how imperfect, is the only time you truly own. Seneca warns us, while we are postponing, life speeds by. Practical application: start small. Instead of overwhelming yourself with monumental goals, focus on micro actions that align with your values. Oh, want to get in shape? Begin with a 10-minute walk today. Oh, dream of a new career? Spend 30 minutes researching opportunities. Action, no matter how small, creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence fuels transformation. Real-life reflection. Imagine a man who spends months waiting for the right time to start a fitness routine. Each week, he promises himself that next Monday will be the day. Contrast this with someone who begins by simply stretching every morning. In 3 months, the second man has built a habit, while the first is still waiting. 2. Focus on what you can control. The Stoic perspective. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control. Oh, what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and choices. Oh, what you can't control: external events, other people's opinions, or outcomes. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When you focus on what you can control, you reclaim your energy. Instead of wasting time worrying about things beyond your reach, you channel your effort into actions that matter. Practical application: create a control journal. Divide a page into 2 columns. O left column, write down your worries or challenges. O right column, identify what aspects of each are within your control. Example: if you're worried about a job interview, focus on preparing your responses and presenting yourself well, rather than obsessing over whether the interviewer will like you. Real life. Reflection. Picture a man stressed about an economic downturn. He spends hours scrolling through news articles, growing more anxious about potential layoffs. Another man uses that same time to update his resume, build new skills, and network. One feels powerless, the other feels prepared. 3. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. The Stoic perspective. Life is full of challenges, but as Marcus Aurelius observed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The Stoics didn't fear difficulty, they embraced it as a crucible for transformation. Practical application. The next time you encounter a setback, ask yourself, oh, what can I learn from this? Oh, how can I use this challenge to improve myself? Example: if you lose a job, instead of dwelling on the loss, focus on the skills you can gain during this time, or the opportunity to pivot towards something more fulfilling. Real-life reflection: think of Thomas Edison, who famously said after his factory burned down, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Instead of despairing, Edison used the setback to rebuild and innovate, eventually achieving even greater success. To unlock your potential, consistency is key. Here are 3 daily practices inspired by Stoicism to keep you on track. 1. Morning reflection. Oh, ask yourself, what virtues will I practice today? Wisdom, courage, temperance, or justice? Oh, set a specific intention for how you'll live these values. 2nd evening review. Oh, reflect on your day. Did your actions align with your values? Oh, write down 1 lesson learned and 1 area to improve. 3. Gratitude for challenges. Oh, each night, list 3 challenges you faced and how they helped you grow. O. Reframe setbacks as stepping stones to progress. It's easy to admire Stoic principles from a distance, but the real transformation happens when you commit to living them daily. The journey won't be perfect, and you'll stumble along the way, but every step forward brings you closer to the person you want to be. Imagine standing at the end of 2025. You look back on the year and see two possible versions of yourself: one who waited, hesitated, and remained stuck; another who acted, learned, and grew stronger with each challenge. Who do you want to be? The Stoics weren't extraordinary because they were free from struggle. They were extraordinary because they embraced it. They saw every moment, no matter how challenging, as an opportunity to live virtuously. As Epictetus said, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." It's time to stop waiting. It's time to act. The tools for transformation are already within you. Stoicism isn't about waiting for life to happen. It's about mastering it, one decision at a time. The next time you feel stuck, remember, act immediately. Focus on what you can control. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity. The journey to unlocking your potential starts with a single choice. Will you make it? Stay with me, because in the next section, we'll dive even deeper into how these principles can reshape your future and help you create the life you've always envisioned. How to apply Stoicism to transform your life in 2025. It's easy to feel inspired by the principles of Stoicism, but how do you integrate them into your daily life? Philosophy isn't just something you read, it's something you live. The Stoics didn't achieve greatness by merely contemplating virtues, they practiced them relentlessly, especially in the face of adversity. This section is your guide to taking the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and applying it to your life. It's about turning theory into action, transforming abstract principles into habits that build strength, resilience, and purpose. Let's take Stoicism off the pages of history and make it work for you in 2025. Step 1. Start with the morning. Mindset. Why it matters. The first moments of your day set the tone for everything that follows. The Stoics believed in starting each morning with a reflective practice to align their thoughts and actions with their values. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." How to apply it. Before you reach for your phone or dive into the chaos of the day, take 5 minutes for intentional reflection. O. Ask yourself, what virtues will I embody today? What challenges might arise, and how will I handle them with grace? O. Visualize. See yourself navigating the day with wisdom, courage, and composure. Practical tip. Write down 3 priorities for the day that align with your long-term goals. Focus on what truly matters, not what demands your immediate attention. Step 2. Embrace the dichotomy of control. Why it matters. Life is unpredictable, but not uncontrollable. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what's within your power, your thoughts, actions, and responses, and letting go of what isn't. Epictetus reminds us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. How to apply it. O. When faced with stress or uncertainty, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, what action can I take? If no, how can I shift my mindset to accept it? O. Example, stuck in traffic? Instead of fuming, use the time to listen to an audiobook or reflect on your day. Practical tip, keep a control journal. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, jot down the situation and sort it into 2 categories. O. Things you can control. O. Things you can't. Focus solely on the former. Step 3. Face challenges with a growth mindset. Why it matters. Every obstacle is an opportunity. The Stoics didn't fear difficulty, they welcomed it as a chance to grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." How to apply it. O. Reframe challenges as stepping stones. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Example. A failed project at work isn't a reason to despair. It's a chance to refine your approach and develop resilience. Practical tip. Practice gratitude for challenges. Each evening, write down one obstacle you faced that day and how it helped you grow. Step 4. Cultivate daily discipline. Why it matters. Discipline is the backbone of Stoic practice. The Stoics believed that consistency in small, virtuous actions leads to long-term success. Seneca advised, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." How to apply it? Create a daily routine that includes time for self-reflection, physical exercise, and deliberate action toward your goals. Example. Instead of scrolling through social media, first thing in the morning, dedicate 15 minutes to journaling or meditating. Practical tip. Use habit tracking. Identify 3 small habits to cultivate each day and mark your progress. Examples. Meditate for 5 minutes. Write 1 gratitude entry. Complete 1 focused work session without distractions. Step 5. Align your actions with your values. Why it matters. The Stoics taught that a life worth living is one guided by virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Actions, not intentions, define who we are. Epictetus put it simply, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. How to apply it? Regularly ask yourself, am I acting in line with my values? Does this decision reflect the person I want to become? Example. When tempted to cut corners at work, remind yourself that integrity is more important than immediate rewards. Practical tip. At the end of each day, journal about 1 decision you made and how it aligned, or didn't align, with your values. Reflect on how you can improve tomorrow. Step 6. Practice gratitude and acceptance. Why it matters. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating the good, it's about finding meaning in everything, even life's difficulties. The Stoics believed that acceptance of life's unpredictability leads to inner peace. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together. How to apply it? Start a daily gratitude practice. List 3 things you're grateful for, including challenges. Example. If a tough conversation with a colleague taught you patience, acknowledge it as a gift. Practical tip. Pair gratitude with mindfulness. During stressful moments, pause and take 3 deep breaths while reflecting on something positive in your life. Step 7. Surround yourself with virtuous influences. Why it matters. The people around you shape your thoughts and actions. The Stoics understood the power of choosing companions who inspire virtue and growth. Seneca advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. How to apply it? Evaluate your relationships. Are they helping you grow or holding you back? Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that share your values. Example. Join a local group or online community focused on personal development or Stoic practices. Practical tip. Limit exposure to toxic influences, whether it's negative people or unproductive media. Instead, immerse yourself in uplifting books, podcasts, or conversations. Applying Stoicism isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. Every small action you take, reflecting on your values, embracing challenges, practicing discipline, brings you closer to unlocking your potential. You don't need to wait for the perfect time to start. The Stoics remind us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius, let 2025 be the year you rise above distractions, doubts, and excuses. Take 1 step today. The journey may not be easy, but it will be worth it. In the next section, we'll explore how to sustain these practices and build a life of purpose, resilience, and strength. Stay with me, because your transformation has only just begun. Becoming the strongest version of yourself. The greatest challenge you'll ever face isn't an external obstacle. It's the battle within. The doubts, fears, and distractions that pull you away from who you're capable of becoming. The Stoics knew this struggle well, but they also understood the path to overcoming it. Clarity of purpose, consistent action, and an unwavering commitment to live virtuously. This is your time to rise. Not to prove anything to the world, but to prove it to yourself. To become the strongest, most resilient version of who you are meant to be. It's not about physical strength, wealth, or accolades. The Stoics remind us that true strength lies in mastery over your mind and actions. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who carried the weight of an empire, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Being strong means staying calm in the face of chaos, resilient in the face of failure, and humble in the face of success. It's about aligning your actions with your values, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Ask yourself, what kind of man do you want to be remembered as? How do your daily actions reflect that vision? The answers to these questions define your strength. How to cultivate inner strength with Stoicism. 1. Anchor yourself in purpose. The Stoic perspective. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Before you can act with purpose, you must know your purpose." This isn't about lofty goals, but about living each day in alignment with your core values. How to apply it. Write down the 3 virtues you value most, e.g., integrity, courage, perseverance. Every morning, set an intention to act according to those virtues. Example, if courage is a value, commit to speaking up in a meeting, even if it feels uncomfortable. 2. Embrace discomfort as a path to growth. The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius taught, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Challenges aren't barriers, they're stepping stones to becoming stronger. Avoiding discomfort only weakens you, while facing it builds resilience. How to apply it. Identify one area of your life where you've been avoiding discomfort, e.g., a tough conversation, a challenging project, or a personal habit. Take one small step today to confront it. Example. If you've avoided exercising, start with a 10-minute walk. If you've postponed a difficult talk, schedule it now. Practical reflection. Each evening, ask yourself, what discomfort did I embrace today, and how did it make me stronger? 3. Build a fortress of discipline. The Stoic perspective. Discipline is the foundation of strength. Seneca warned, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Without focus and consistency, even the strongest intentions crumble. How to apply it? Create a structured daily routine that includes time for reflection, physical health, and deliberate action toward your goals. Example. Morning, 10 minutes of journaling and intention setting. Daytime, block time for focused work, avoiding distractions. Evening, reflect on the day's progress and lessons. Practical tip. Use a habit tracker to monitor your progress. Celebrate small wins to stay motivated. 4. Strengthen your mind through reflection. The Stoic perspective. The Stoics believed in the power of introspection to refine their character. Marcus Aurelius famously kept a journal where he examined his actions, thoughts, and intentions daily. How to apply it? Set aside 10 minutes each evening to journal. Reflect on these questions. Did I live according to my values today? How did I respond to challenges? What can I do better tomorrow? Practical tip. Use your reflections not as a tool for self-criticism, but as a guide for growth. 5. Surround yourself with virtuous influences. The Stoic perspective. Seneca advised, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." Strength isn't built in isolation. The people you spend time with can either elevate you or hold you back. How to apply it? Evaluate your circle of friends, mentors, and colleagues. Are they inspiring you to grow or pulling you into mediocrity? O. Seek out communities that share your values and ambitions. Practical tip: limit exposure to toxic influences, whether they're people, media, or environments. Replace them with uplifting books, podcasts, or relationships. The strongest version of yourself isn't built in a single moment. It's forged through countless small decisions, deliberate actions, and a relentless commitment to growth. Imagine looking back at the end of 2025. Will you see a man who waited for life to change, or a man who took charge and created his own path? The Stoics remind us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius. This isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you can rise above distractions, fears, and excuses. Take the first step to day one. Set your intention. Decide who you want to be and commit to acting in alignment with that vision. 2. Start small. Take one deliberate action today that reflects your values. 3. Stay consistent. Build daily habits that reinforce your strength and purpose. Strength isn't about never falling, it's about rising every time you do. The Stoics knew that life's greatest challenges are the crucible in which greatness is forged. As Epictetus said, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." You have the power to reshape those thoughts, to turn obstacles into opportunities, and to rise stronger every day. Let 2025 be the year you unleash your true strength. Start now. Commit to the journey. And remember, the strongest version of yourself is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. Stay tuned for the final section, where we'll explore how to sustain this strength and build a legacy that lasts far beyond 2025. You don't need to wait for tomorrow to start becoming the man you aspire to be. Everything you need, the courage, the discipline, the resolve, already exists within you. The only thing separating who you are now from who you could become is a single decision, the choice to act. Too often, we let the promise of tomorrow lull us into complacency. We think, "I'll start when the timing is right." But life doesn't wait, and the truth is, there's no better moment than today. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." And the question isn't what you'll do someday. The question is, who will you choose to be in 2025? Will you be the man who waits, who dreams of change but never acts? Or will you be the man who takes responsibility, who embraces each day as a chance to rise closer to his potential? Take a moment now. Sit down and write 3 things you will do today to create a life you'll be proud of. Maybe it's a small step, like starting a habit, reaching out to someone, or letting go of a lingering fear. These actions, though simple, hold the power to transform your future. The life you want isn't somewhere far ahead. It begins right here, right now, with the choices you make today.